Hey guys, Hyperdream GT here, back again with another video. So good to be back here with you guys. We're doing another vlog style video today. For those of you who don't know, on this channel, we talk about this thing called life and everything that goes into it. Wanted to come at you guys today with another topic that was on my mind today. So let's get into it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to talk about life with you all, and it's a pleasure to have you here. So let's dive into this new topic, guys. Wanted to talk about how the world is ever changing, and the world we live in now is so much different than the world we used to live in. Do you ever notice how the world is just changing at this point in time ever so rapidly? That's something that really spoke to me today. And it crossed my mind as I woke up this morning. I was brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, doing my regular routine. I grabbed that cup of coffee at some point in my morning, and it just hit me. I felt like, and I'm sure you all agree too, do you ever feel like everything that our parents taught us growing up, everything that we learned in school, the tools that we used to be able to apply and put down on, just like the pen on the paper, put down on our lives, that really got us off our feet just enough to get us out on our own, get us started, get our feet wet with this thing called life, and being comfortable with that. Now, this day and age we live in now, this new world is ever changing. It does not stop. It keeps us on our toes. There's always something going on. The weather is always changing. One day it's snowing. One day it's super windy. One day we have forest fires. One day it's raining. Then we have a heat wave. It's crazy. We have to stay on our toes now more than ever. But the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is that no matter what plans we have set up for our lives, we live in a world now where a lot of times we have to start being okay with the fact that those things aren't going to work out, maybe. This big plan that we had for our lives, and how we expect things to work out in the long run or the short term, we have to be okay, and we have to be able to chameleonize ourselves with an ever-changing world and what comes along with that. The biggest thing that I've noticed is that I have become accustomed to this new mindset very recently that things aren't going to work out the way that I want them to. So I might as well be able to learn this new skill of being able to adapt to the new world and how things are ever changing. It's this thing we called going with the flow. Now, it's okay to be going against the grain, but as far as life goes, I think that we need to learn to be more comfortable with uncomfortability and change and environments that don't really appease us. Even environments that aren't always the best for us, because maybe there's growth in that, and our whole lives we have this goal, we have this mindset that it has to work out one specific way. And a lot of times we meet those goals, but let's be honest, the way this new generation is set up, unlike when we were kids, unlike when we were growing up, it's set up in such a way where you have to be able to stand 10 toes. You have to be able to stay on your feet at all times. And if you don't, life's going to hit you like a ton of bricks and you're not going to be ready for it. But if you're kind of ready for it and you're in that mindset, at least for the possibility of like, okay, things are going to change over time and life is going to have its phases. If we're comfortable with that, that's when we know we've got it made. And I think that whole retirement mindset is the same mindset that we can use to get into this adaptive new world mindset of change. This channel is revolved around positivity and discussing life's topics with you guys. And I think if there's one thing that I could do today, if I can make this video and it speaks to you all and it has an influence and I did nothing else right for the rest of the day, that's good enough for me. That's where I need you all to be at with me. Okay? If you do one great thing today, if you put one foot in front of the other, that's great. Good for you. That's where we need to be. That's where our mindset needs to be. We don't have to get to the chicken bag overnight. Life doesn't always work that way, guys. Life isn't always, this grand cup of tea that we think it's going to be. And that's fine. That's how it's set up. The system is rigged. The system is rigged, guys. And I'll tell you how I know that. It's because great people, good people like you and I, we suffer. We do all the right things, it seems, and we can't get ahead. We do all the right things, it seems, and the world hates us. They talk behind our back. And I really want freedom for you guys. The USA is centered around this whole idea of freedom, right? Even other countries, we all want some sort of freedom. Freedom with our time, freedom from our job, freedom with finances, freedom to be able to call the shots on our lives. If you guys can adapt this mindset, you're going to have it made. It's going to be golden for you. Everything's going to work out. Good or bad, it's all working out for your greater good. And I think if everything went wrong today and I just did one thing right, and made this video and put it out to you guys so that I could speak to somebody and speak to you guys, that means the world to me. It means the world to me that you're here and that you're watching. And that's all that I need to get through my day. I don't need admiration from anybody. I don't need to know that I made every single choice correctly and that, I'm getting this giant chicken bag tomorrow. Those things are great, but man, once you adopt this mindset of life is changing, and I'm okay with that. once you're just okay with it, you've won. Don't stress about the things that the world wants you to. It's all clutter. I have plenty of friends of mine who've adopted this mindset that they're in it to win it. And even though the world around them is changing and things get chaotic, they're good because they have that mindset of, man, I'm blessed. I'm just here in the moment. I'm embracing the journey. It's about the journey, guys, not the destination. That is the golden chest in life with all the treasure in it. That is the stairway to heaven. That is the 5-star dinner right there. You're tipping your waiter or your waitress 100% on that note. You know what I mean? Because you're giving into life. If you have the ability to give, do it. If you don't, maybe you can give your time, some of the resources you already have, to the poor, or help a friend out who's in need. But yeah, guys. So that's the topic of today's video. I appreciate you all so much. The world is ever changing. Just realize that. And things are not going to go our way. The world's going to throw all kinds of arrows and bullets at us. We need to be ready for that. And we need to be okay with that. I get that you have a lot going on and you find it easier just to sit in life and complain, but I ain't complaining, man. Because I'm trying to adopt that mindset, and all the while, I find myself doing things like moving places where I find peace, moving to a quiet room where there's no noise, having a cold glass of iced tea on a beautiful day, just kicking back. Those kind of things really become our peace. And I encourage you to do those things. They're great things. But while you're sitting in the process, while you're adapting this positive mindset, do it while you're on the journey of life when things are not always going great. Love you all so much. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for being on this channel. Stay positive. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace.